What it do, baby? It's your boy JB. And once again, you are tuned in to the newest, hottest, freshest sports talk podcast show in the nation.
Yes, sir.
What it is, Seaway Sports Talking with JB.
With JB.
And you are live on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe right now. If you're watching us on Twitter, make sure you hit that follow. We still like it, ain't we?
We still like it, ain't that change?
We letting all
Hayes.
No.
Yeah, ain't that change. We still like it, and we still rolling with the tide.
And we still rolling with the tide. And with the tide, y'all know it. The official sponsor of the Sport Talk with JB podcast show. Let me get this up here for the sponsor. The Tide World Order on the podcasting network. All BAMA news all the time. Make sure you check them out. Yeah. And see you, Wade.
Hey,
good to have you back, my brother. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year's good back. I still do it, win or lose.
What you got going on? Okay, we're going to still do it.
We're going to still do it.
Forever. Shout out to LB in the house.
Yes, sir. Hey, ain't that change? We still gonna talk. I know we still gonna roll with the tide. Ain't that change? Ain't that change?
Nothing changed but the year, baby.
That never changed but the year.
2024 is time to grow. We gonna grow. We gonna strive. We gonna prosper this year, baby. You know what's going down.
Exactly.
You know what's going down. Shouts out to everybody I don't watch.
Yes, sir. And I got one thing to say.
What's up?
If your team ain't got more team in the championship than our team, shut up. And for all the teams, your team, to all the Auburn fans, your team didn't beat us. So you can hush too. And like you say, America won. America won the other night because we lost. Did. America lost. America won because we lost because everybody wanted us to lose.
But guess what? I ain't mad about it, Seaway.
I ain't either.
You know, we watch the game. If y'all don't know me and Seaway, we always, if we ain't at the game, we gonna get together and watch the big games, because we watch the games with a different kind of eye and a different kind of mindset than probably y'all watch it at home.
Hey, and to everybody, me and JB, we didn't even get mad at that last play. We were laughing.
Yeah, we laughed. Hey, I stood there. Hey, I had the Ice Cube face on Friday. When he was looking at and smoking crack. I had that face for a minute. That's why I posted it on Twitter, because that's how I was looking. Yeah, I couldn't believe.
We could believe it.
I couldn't believe we lost like that.
Exactly. But I want to say this though, man. Shouts out to those young men.
Yes.
They played. We had a great season.
Yes, we did.
We went 12-2. We made, and if you look at how we looked at against South Florida, we was not supposed to be in that game in the first place.
We made strides. We made hella strides, boy.
And everybody except for one player got better throughout the year. There's only one player that got worse throughout the year, and that's the center.
Yeah. And while we on the center, while we on Seth McCloughan, he hit the transfer portal.
Good.
A lot of players hit the portal, as expected. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But to all y'all out there sitting there, man, death threats, man, that's totally uncalled for.
That's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
And that's garbage on you. If you one of the ones sending them death threats, man, shame on you, and you need your ass whooped, because at the end of the day, see where them kids.
They kids. And the young man, at the end of the day, the young man gave his all. Everybody on that team gave that all.
Yeah, and everybody made mistakes. See,
and everybody made mistakes. And at the end of the day, like I always say, somebody got to win, somebody about to lose. And unfortunately, this time it was us on the receiving end of that, taking that L. We took that L because we didn't execute like we should.
Right.
We took that L because we made too many mistakes.
We did.
We took that L because we didn't know how to adjust to their schemes. We took that L because the inability to make sound decisions when we needed to make them.
What I told you right after the game, I said we got out-coached, out-schemed, and out-executed all at the same time.
And we got bullied. We got bullied. Yes, we did.
We got bullied. Defensive line got bullied.
We got bullied, and I gotta say, I'm not going to get on to what Michigan did all season long. I mean, we done already talked about that, but we got to go from this game. Man, that was a good game. They ran the ball, and JJ McCarthy played a outstanding game.
Yes.
And them boys, man, and they deserve. And the better team that night, they deserve that win. We did not deserve to win.
You right on, C Wade. I feel like talent wise, I feel like we had the better team talent wise. But like I told you at the beginning of the season when I picked Michigan to make the national championship, I actually picked us to beat Michigan in the national championship.
You did.
I said Michigan. They all came back. Blake Corum, they came back for a reason. They wanted to get here and they wanted to win the championship. So I mean, cheating, all that, the side, I let them. They gonna get they in court, whatever. They gonna get dealt with. Hardball, you gonna get dealt with. If you did something wrong, it's gonna come out to the light. Oh yeah. But at the end of the day, those guys lined up. They played football and they beat us, man. I mean, you can't get mad. It was a good football game.
Again, and then like you said. We driving the ball in the second half. We played outstanding. We were playing outstanding. We fumbled the ball when he just should have dumped the ball off to Jam Miller. Yeah. You're looking at a first down, possibly a touchdown. Then we driving the ball again, and he hikes the ball without the man looking. We driving
2 times in a row, right?
2 times in a row. 2 times in a row. And then on top of that, okay, we get the lead. We got a 7-point lead with 4 minutes left.
And our defense couldn't get a stop.
And we couldn't get a stop. And
see, wait, they had to drive all the way down the field.
And you can tell you what's even worse.
It was a funny game, LB.
Yeah, it was. 4th and 2 on our end. And they ran a predictable play.
Yep.
And I was like, we was in trouble. And then everything that should have went wrong did not go in our favor.
It did not go in our favor.
I just wish if that young man would have fumbled that ball on that punt return.
Oh man. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so special teams, we outplayed them by far.
Yeah.
Riker, shouts out to Will Riker, man. We probably will never have a kicker quite like that young man. The GOAT kicker in Alabama, in my opinion. He kicked 250-yard plus field goals. Clutch field goals now.
Clutch.
He did his thing. The punter, James Burnham, he kicking the ball all the way 50-plus yards each time.
Yep.
So we had the field position advantage, but our defense, for whatever reason, could not make the stops when they needed to.
Yep. And I know you like to get in overtime. I know you like getting the ball second. I like it. Me personally, I like getting the ball first.
You like to get the ball first?
Good. Guess what? I'm gonna score, and I dare you to match me
and put the pressure on.
I like that. That's just me, because that's how me and Chris, when we coach with the Chiefs, we all. I mean, we're the type of coaches we want to
get the ball first.
We gonna get the ball first. We're gonna bust you in the mouth and be done with it. And that was pure execution and play calling to me. I understand. I liked it with Mr. Miller. Well, Pastor Miller said, about the last play. I agree.
Right.
We agree and disagree. But I'm gonna talk about the sequence of plays before
leading up to that last play.
Yep. Okay, we had 45 in the game, and he opened up the Red Sea.
Shouts out to Robbie Oops. Shouts out to Robbie Oops.
Yes. And Jalen gets a good big game, and we 4th and goal. Guess what? Then we do a rollout.
That little dump off pass.
That little dump off pass.
Nothing. For nothing.
And then we have a bad snap again.
I'm not sure. I know they stopped us on that one run.
Yeah.
And then I think did we get sacked?
He got sacked.
He got sacked.
He got sacked because once again, the line, they could not hold up.
And it was the middle.
It's the middle.
But they had a good scheme. They had a good game plan, C-Way.
Yeah.
They knew if they rushed up the middle, that Milroe kind of takes his time about moving out of that pocket. He don't get out the pocket quick enough, so they know they could probably get him.
Yeah.
Whereas they coming off the edge, he can make a couple moves and hit that gap.
Yeah.
So they had a good game plan. I'm gonna get them, but our offensive line got bullied all night.
Yep, and that's what happened on that last play. Because you look at it, the middle part was open, had the center, got him the ball. But I don't think even that with that, our two best linemen got put on their behind.
Booker
That
and
play.
Latham.
Booker and Latham got put on their behind. And so really the pathway closed real quick because of that. Even with the ball, even if he would have grabbed the snap, that draw was not going to work because they wore the offensive line out, man.
And guess what? They was prepared for that.
They was prepared for it.
And I didn't like what Nick Saban said. You know, it was 2 timeouts called. So they had 3 different plays. That means y'all didn't have y'all mind made up on what y'all wanted to do anyway.
They didn't, man. They took that hard, man.
Yeah.
They took that hard. And I think it was then I think we didn't have it we didn't have anything. We really didn't have anything else but the quarterback draw, honestly. They did not know. They was unsure. They was rattled. We was confident at first, but then it's like everybody got rattled after the game went in overtime. And
that's what happened. Wait, you're right. When we 4 minutes left in the game and you up a touchdown, you let them drive all the way down. It kind of kills your spirit.
It kills your spirit.
You was all hyped because we was hyped. We like, oh, one stop, baby, one stop. All we need is a stop. You give up that 4th and 2 when all you had to do was make a stop in the game. And that big play. That big pass play.
And it took everything. And you could even tell when the offense got back on the field. And even Milroy, his body,
the body language.
His body language, that was not the same body language he had on that final drive on that 4th and 31. None of their body language. They were defeated. After that touchdown, it looked like they were defeated mentally on offense.
It looked like the moment was too big for them. I hate to say that. Because we have been in big moments. Alabama is always in big moments. But it felt like right then the moment was too big for them.
It was.
And that's kind of what happened. But at the end of the day, C-Way, I'm going to give Michigan all the props. They did what they had to do. They won the game. And offensively, they played better. They executed way better than we did.
Yeah, they did. And I still think we the best team in the nation. You can't change my mind.
Yeah, in Georgia. I still think BAMA and Georgia still the best teams in the nation. I do.
And once again, the committee got it right. Because honestly, man, shouts out to Washington and Michigan. The 2 best teams right now, the 2 better teams are playing for the national championship. Too bad it's not BAMA. But shouts out to Michigan and Washington because they both did what they needed to do. They won their games. And they got the game won. And I ain't got time I got too much other things to be worried about than being a sore loser. Because at the end of the day, I'm still proud of the tie. I'm still going to games next year. I'm going to still wear my Alabama gear. And I'm going to still talk noise to anybody that got anything to say about Bama.
And and that following day, you already know, like, man, I'm going to go home, go to sleep that night. Next morning, put on my Alabama stuff, went to work. Ain't no shame.
Me
either. Hey, what's you mad for? Shame about?
And I ain't finna get in no Twitter battles.
Oh no,
with people that don't know anything about sports. I ain't finna get in no Twitter battles against Alabama because guess what? We letting all the naysayers know. We coming back next year.
We coming back. Nah. I'm gonna say this, C-Way. Redemption season. That's why I named this episode "Redemption Season is Over." Okay, so we're not doing that no more because we done did redemption season this 3rd time. Okay, so I'm a little disappointed that the redemption season got ended. So we gonna do unfinished business, and that gonna be it. Because I'm tired of unfinished business now. Everybody keeps saying that.
And it ain't unfinished business. I got another slogan for us next year.
What you got?
Revelations.
The revelation.
Because it's time to get revived, baby.
It's time to open up the book of Revelation on. Hey man, listen here, man. Hey, shouts out to all them players, man. All them players who played, the draft class. They didn't win the championship, but them guys, they did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't work out, C-Way.
Hey, if you tell you why it's revelation. Because it's at the end of the Bible, right? It's Saban's at the end of his coaching career.
But it ain't over for him yet.
It ain't
though.
over yet.
You gotta get one more at least.
Exactly. And Revelation, it might be the last Bible, but it ain't the book in the Bible, but it ain't over yet.
It ain't over yet. And y'all talking about, man, it's a lot of fake report, people talking about Nick Saban feeling retired and all that. And Paul Feinbaum will hit. I don't even want to call Feinbaum no name because you know how I feel about Feinbaum.
Yeah,
but stop it, man. Nick Saban. I like what Terry Honor said. He said, man, Nick Saban ain't gonna start coaching. He gonna die coaching. And we say that, in a playful way.
And how old was Joe Paterno when he stopped coaching?
He about 87 years old, something like that.
Yeah, it ain't no.
Man, Nick Saban, man, he having too much fun. Now he has calmed down, like you say. He has calmed down. He not fussing as much.
Yeah,
cussing people out on the. He not doing it as much because man, he's getting old. But he is still the GOAT of all GOATs in coaching, and you cannot take that away from him.
Yeah, and you're right, LB. They've been saying this for a decade. They've been saying that for decades, and every year he proves them wrong. And every time they say that he needs to retire, because you look at, we did not win a championship, but guess what? This season is far from a failure. We dropped as far down from 13.
I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep talking.
We dropped as far as 13 in the ranking.
Mm-hmm.
They said that it was no way that we was gonna make the playoff.
Yep.
We won the SEC championship, and we made the playoff, and we went blow for blow with the best team right now, the number one team. We played two number one teams back to back.
Yep.
Back to back.
And then went down to the last play. And you notice something? Most of all the time, not every time, but most of the time, when we lose, it's the last play of the game.
It's the last play. It was the last play of the game. And guess what? We did almost everything wrong once again, and still almost won the game.
Yeah.
You look at it. Look at this. Look at the bright side. We played like Michigan, and Michigan played like we did. We beat Michigan by 21 points.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yep.
Easy.
That's right.
Easy. Right. You take the two game plans. We beat them by 21 points easy.
But that's why I say we got out schemed and out coached because they was prepared. I'm gonna give them credit. They were more prepared than we were. And I don't know if Nick Saban or whoever will admit that, but from my eyes, in my mind, I'm like, man, they got an answer for everything. We can't stop this move. Whatever they got going on, we don't have an answer for it.
We didn't have an answer. And I don't think, and sometimes it ain't so much of the coaches, sometimes it's the kids.
It's the execution. It's the execution. The right call, but it's the execution.
Because at times, I'm just being real. As a coach, you know how you can have a perfect scheme, but if the players don't execute like they should, it makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. It makes you look like you don't know what you're talking about. And then we're seeing Kool-Aid getting on the car.
Caleb Downs see, but I like that because it's showing leadership.
It's always leadership.
But it's too late to be doing that in the damn semifinal.
Yeah.
It's too late to be trying to do that communication. Y'all supposed to had this game 14, man. It's too late for all that now.
And once again, how many times have I told you that when we've been watching basketball, I told you, you don't see nobody call out, pick, screen, and you got too many. You don't see that type of communication with these athletes like you did with the older athletes. It's like, and you look at in basketball, when you see a pick, you call a pick out. But this generation, they'll watch their player run straight into the pick, trying to do all that isolation ball. And I don't like our schemes because if you don't have 4.2 speed, 4.2 at the best,
you're not gonna catch nobody coming across.
Exactly. And I say you got to be a 4.3, a 4.31 or better for you to run on one side of the field to the other side
to catch somebody.
To catch somebody that already knows the play. That he already knows, and that's why we had them extra nickels. That's why we had them packages. When you got the extra backs, the star, the nickel back, you had those type of backs in there, so they could be able to pick up on those.
And that's one of the biggest keys in football. See, wait, I'm gonna say this but You can be fast. You can have all the measurables: height, weight, speed. But if you don't have
that
the knowledge,
IQ,
if you don't
that
have IQ, if you not disciplined, and if you can't, communicate on the field with the other 10 players on the field with you, if there's no communication, guess what? You're gonna get beat every time. Because it don't matter if the quarterback don't have a big arm. If he have precision point accuracy, he gonna pick you apart. It don't matter if the DB don't have the 4.2 or 4.3 speed. If he can get open and you miss the assignment, you beat.
Yeah.
You beat. So all this got to do with coaching and getting on the field and doing whatever y'all did in the practice.
And I will say this about a 40. Only thing a 40 means is you have a quick takeoff.
Yep.
That's what a 40 is. A 40 is a person that has a quick, explosive takeoff. But that 40 does not mean anything in game speed.
If you can't run no routes,
if he can't run the routes, and if he can't pick up a simple pick play, because sometimes you have players that's quick. You got some people that's game speed. Game speed is different from natural speed. So, and I like that. And some of these players, and I'm just being real, they're not developing. Like she said, like Evan said, these players, they're not developing like the former players used to. And sometimes you get a point, you don't want it. Because it's like, where was that dog fight? This was not the same team that we saw against Georgia. This was not.
I don't know what happened, man. I don't know if it was the layoff
against LSU.
I don't know.
Is once again you get caught up so much in your slogans. I think the moment got big. You caught up on your slogans. You can see Kool-Aid. Okay, you stand the receivers down before the game. Then your linemen, you coming out there walking down the sideline, talking junk, talking about you won't be. And then Miro, you out there harping the team out saying that they want they want it. We about to give them to them.
Doing all that cussing.
All that cussing. You did give them to them. You gave Michigan the game. That's exactly what you did.
Yes, you did.
I ain't discriminating at Miro. I like Miro, but that's once again, when you start talking, then you said I don't have no. Then y'all at the press conference, I heard you. I ain't saying that. I've been gone for 2 weeks. I'm still talking now. I heard you. I heard y'all all months at the press conference saying, I don't talk about cheaters. You saying you don't talk about cheaters. You don't acknowledge cheaters.
Had them on the field. Why you didn't beat them? You had the cheaters on the field.
Exactly.
Yep.
You had them on the field. You're talking reckless. And you talking reckless, and I'm also call Saban out. Saban, you up there, you ain't shaking hands with Harbaugh. You up there talking your little noise, but you got out coached by the same person that you don't even want to shake his hand before the game. Right.
Now I don't know if it was Harbaugh or Saban, but somebody didn't want to shake no hand. But you know that's personal.
That's personal. Both of it's personal. At the end of the day, you grown men, grow the hell up.
That's right.
I know I said here, but grow up. That's exactly what you need to do.
They got to, man. But see, that's why I said they talking about undefended business. I don't know if Terry Arnold gonna come back or not, but he the one that said it. But we gonna have to get this together. I know a lot of guys gonna leave in the portal. We got some guys coming in, so it's gonna be a lot of changeover. For all the guys who's on the team this year that's gonna be back next year, you gotta be the leaders in the locker room. You gotta, whatever you say, you gotta mean it and you gotta do it. You gotta get out there and execute. We don't want to hear all that talking next year, man.
Exactly.
Because we got tired of it early in the season. Remember that? Early in the season, they were doing all that talking. The offensive line when they were struggling. You remember that? We got tired of hearing all that talking, man.
Yeah. You tell what they want to do? All they want to go do is go take. All they want to do is go to that little gas station in that Charger and do this. That's what they do all year.
Oh man!
And then they gotta go. They do this.
Nah. That's why. See, that's why I say our season was a success and a failure because we came from everybody counting us out after the Texas loss. Everybody counted us out after the Texas loss, after the South Florida debacle, and we rose back up, beat the number one team in Georgia, got to the moment. But the moment was too big, and we failed.
Yeah, I don't think we failed there. That was not getting a championship. I don't think our season was a failure. I think it was a success. You look at this team. Nobody believed in Miro, and they still don't believe in him. And I'm not gonna get started on this. But guess what? The young man showed that he was a leader. The young man, turned everything he needed to work on for this season, because there's only so much that he
you
could
can work on during the season.
During the season, he worked on everything that he needed to work on. He got better. He became a better leader on the field and in that locker room, and he carried himself well while still getting booed, and he still rallied and got us two lost. Man, we should have lost more than 2 games.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, you look at it. If Lane Kiffin could coach, we could have lost. We could have lost easily to Ole. I'm just saying, we could have easily lost to Ole Miss.
Auburn.
We could have lost to Auburn. We should have lost to Auburn. We could have easily lost. We could have lost to Texas A&M. You look at those 2 teams. Those losses and we almost lost to Arkansas.
Yeah, we played around with them.
We played around. But you look at it, we won some games that we should have, I'm just saying some games that we should have lost, and yet he put us in a situation. And so on top of that, we didn't have the most explosive receivers that we've been having. We've been having offensive line problems all season long, from the center to even J.C. Latham, the Booker. Y'all the ones that said that y'all gonna bully guys all night long until they want to quit. But it seems like y'all the ones that quit. And so, and defensively stepped up, the last 3 games, but it still was a hit and miss on defense.
I believe defense was just communication. Because I mean, we made plays, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, I don't know if it was Kevin Steele and whatever the defense he was, but it seemed like we was a get-up defense, because in the past game it was getting us. And ain't no way, because we had Kool-Aid, Terry on 2 of the best cornerbacks in the nation. There's no way teams should be getting off on us the way they were getting off.
But guess what? They was getting them on the inside. They was going away from them and attacking everybody else that had to communicate.
That's right.
Like your Caleb Downs, they took advantage of his youthfulness.
His
youthfulness. And you look
Jason
at
Key and all them boys.
Jason Key. And you look at it, that one pass, that tip lost, and had that not been a tip,
that would have been picked.
That would have been a pick.
We think it would have been picked because it would have floated. But
and Malachi looked like he was in position
to go get
it.
Yep.
But like you said, to me, I think that the season was a success. 2 losses. We went from the boat should have sunk. They said that the saving time was up after the UCF game, after the USF game.
But see, they do that all the time. Every time we lose a game, they do that too. I'm gonna agree with you. See, I'm gonna disagree a little bit, because at BAMA the standard is championship.
I don't care what that standard is. The standard
is championship or bust.
That's jacked up for spoiled fans. And I'm not. I
said the standard.
No, the standard is going out there and competing and giving your all. And yes, he can set the standard, but okay, he ain't making them live up to the standard that he set.
That's right. So that's what I'm saying. He got to take some blame. He got to take some blame.
And I'm blaming him on that. But I'm talking about for some of the fans that want to do the death threat. We lost. Yeah, guys, we lost only 2 games. 2 games, and we was one play, one miss, and it happened to be we mis-executed on the play that we needed to win the game. And so, I mean, to me, yes, it was heartbreaking. But how else? I mean, it's that's the more we can do. We got some good players coming in next year. Hope, man. I just wish they gonna have to get a hold of this transfer portal, man. This thing is getting wild.
Getting crazy.
It's getting wild and crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
Before we talk about that, this is what I was gonna show you. Shout out to my boy Andrew, man. Y'all follow him at ATerry65. So this is Nick Saban's resume at BAMA. 17 years ago, he came to BAMA. If y'all can see that, you see that's 6 championship trophy. But that first season, 76. After that, we got that 2010. That 2010, we lost 3 games. We haven't lost 3 games since 2010, and it's always 1 loss, 2 losses.
And you look at it, this year is the standard. It's to be competitive. So I mean, that's just my opinion on it, because I look at it from a player's standpoint, and the athlete standpoint and the coaching standpoint.
Yeah.
These guys, and sometimes when they unfortunately they come to a university that requires them to do so much more than any other. Everybody can't handle this pressure that
Nope.
at Bama mentally.
Nope.
It takes a special, and for Miro, I'm just gonna say, for everybody that's destroying this man, for him to endure the booze, to endure all this, and shouts out to his parents, man, for him to listen, for them to be able to keep their composure and hear some of the stuff that people have said about this young man, and everybody hate Miro. Everybody just still though, this man have shown y'all, y'all said that he can't take us there, but he led us to the playoff and almost led us to a championship.
Right.
And imagine now, I will say, in the off season, he's gonna really have to get to work some more.
Oh yeah.
So he can get better. It no matter what, if he wants to go, he has to go focus on getting himself ready for pros in the future and everything. But man, what more could the young man do when he got sacked 5 times in the first half?
Yeah.
And I'm just being real. I guarantee everybody that want to talk, how about y'all go get this center and get hit by them big boys from Michigan? I'm just being real.
That's why I take a team.
Exactly.
That's why I say you win as a team, you lose as a team. One person cannot win a game in football. I don't care what nobody say.
And I don't care how strong and how big you is. Getting tackled ain't fun. Getting tackled ain't fun. But at the end of the day, I think that these young men, they lived up to the standard. Because guess what? They bounce back.
They do.
I agree, LB. They bounce back. We adapted. They counted us out, and I think that if any other team did not live up to the Bama standard, these guys did. Because guess what? They remember the people that wore the uniforms before them. They had former players doubting them.
And they still are.
And they had they are. They had the Feinbaum. They had everybody down them. But these young men came together collectively and bounced back. And you can't ask these guys to do. You cannot ask this team to do no more than what they did, man. I'm very proud of what they have done. I'm very proud of what they accomplished. And at the end of the day, we still letting all naysayers know that we still number one, no matter what y'all say.
Well, they're going to have to take this and they're going to have to get better, come back next season and show us. They're going to have to show it on the field because all the talking that was going on.
Yeah. Now they're going
to. We need to chill on all that. We just need to go out there and play some football and just show it on the field. Do the talking on the field. Because all the talking we did, it didn't work out for this year.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you on that.
It didn't work out for this year. Yeah, but it remains to be seen, man, who's all gonna come back and stay. J.C. Latham going pro as expected. Let me look at some of these guys that leave.
Dallas Turner.
Oh yeah, Dallas Turner going. Dallas Turner, like he was mad when. Man, after the game, he said, "Man, I'm gone. No ifs, ands, or buts." Dallas Turner, like he was upset.
And he has to blame himself on that because he didn't get to the quarterback.
I believe him and Kevin still didn't get along. I mean, this just from what I've heard.
I can see that.
And he was like, even the Dallas Turner said, I'm supposed to be out here to get to the quarterback. But sometimes the play ain't called for him to get to the quarterback. So
and how many times this year have me and you both watched the game and said, man, what Dallas Turner at?
And then he just pop out of nowhere. I don't know. It could have been coach. It could have been Kevin Steele. I don't know, man. But the boy is hella talented. He going first round for a reason. He's got the talent, and he's gonna go to a good scheme and a good team, and he's gonna show it. But for whatever reason, it didn't happen this year.
Yeah, because we expected we're gonna lose him, Dallas Turner. Of course, Kool-Aid.
Terry Arnold remains to be seen.
And Malachi, I'm pretty sure Malachi gone.
Maybe Chris Braswell, maybe him. trying to think of somebody else. I saw Earl Little hit the portal, man. I was kind of disappointed about Earl Little hitting the portal.
Then Key
ain't got no more eligibility. Key, Justin the Boy B, Will Riker.
Story. It was Story.
Story hit the portal too. Yeah, Story hit the portal.
All you have to do is just stay. You have an opportunity.
I don't know what it is, C-Way. I guess
I saw Shaz Preston hit it.
Malik, yeah. But he wouldn't get no PT. I understand. Yeah.
Malik Benson.
He underachieved. I think he underachieved because when he came in, he was expected to start, because he was starting a bunch of games. But for some reason, he didn't, I don't know, he just didn't pan out.
Now I can be a little hard. It ain't nobody but yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you have to do.
Yep.
And on that end, if you know you can't run routes, go on the field and go run routes with your quarterback. You got five. I mean, each running back, you got five. You got about 5 quarterbacks that you can get. If you can't get Jalen, Eli gone. You get Ty. You can go get other guys that you can go run routes with. Go get some of the receivers that go run some routes with you. You got former players there, run some routes. Work on your speed. Work on your hands. I mean,
but see, that's coaching too now. And Wiggins gone, the wide receiver coach. We kind of glad he gone. It seemed like because he had been there for so long. He's a hell of a recruiter. But developing receivers, we haven't had a first-round receiver developed from Alabama since
Devontae Smith was the last one to go first round that he actually developed.
Because Jameson Williams just came from Ohio State.
Yep.
So that's 3 years. And then all the guys leaving. So the writing had been on the wall. All these guys that you recruited in, then when they get here, they not making no production on the field. You got guys transferring out. We ain't got no damn first round receiver, no second or third round receiver. And the production has gone all the way down. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's a reason we hadn't got that trophy since 2020.
Because you still need some receivers that they can get open, they can run the routes. Mm-hmm. I mean, and you need
help Miro out a little bit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Help him out a little bit because he's gonna take time to get that chemistry.
Yeah.
Got to get that chemistry. And then, when you got 8, 9 receivers competing for 4, 5 slot, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to get chemistry with guys. But I think him and Bond got a little connection. I hate to see Bird go, but I know he's gonna go. Now Bird may get drafted probably mid round.
But you don't see that chemistry with the receivers like you did when you saw. You remember you had Ridley, Judy, Ruggs, Waddle, Smith.
Yeah, you don't see that no more.
You don't see. I'm just saying, them guys was like, they was all friends. It's like, and they ride out. And then too, those guys, like, we gonna piggyback off each other. Okay. I'm just gonna say, JB, you score 65. All right. I'm about to score 70.
Yep.
Oh, I'm like this. Okay, one man touch you. Oh, I'm about to go untouched. Oh, you went slant. You scored off a slant. Oh, I'm about to go deep.
Yep.
No, better yet. Oh, screen. No, I'm gonna come back on a reverse. It's like
they got a lot to work on, man.
And not only that, those guys pushed each other to be better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying they pushed each other each week. Okay, you the deep runner. Oh, I'm gonna be all speed. It's like they all compensated each other on what they was not as good in. Yep. And you're right, LB. That NIL messed it up. That NIL is messing up. Because guess what also the NIL does while we're talking about it? It does not give the coaches enough time to develop these receivers in the developer program. But guess what? We didn't have Holden, who was getting playing time.
Mm-hmm.
Brooks, who was getting playing time. Malik Benson, came in here and there. All these guys in and out, and they're not having time to develop. So guess what's going to happen to a lot of these guys when they get to the NFL? Okay, you go chase all this money now in college. But when you get drafted in the NFL, they ain't gonna have no sympathy for you. So they
it's
ain't
gonna
have
hurt the quarterbacks even more.
Yeah, they're gonna hurt
All
the
the
quarterback.
quarterbacks that's leaving every year. There's no development with the quarterbacks.
There's no development. And you look at Max Johnson doesn't have four. You got these guys that have three and four different coordinators for a quarterback is terrible.
Yep.
Cause that's why Jalen Hurts was, kind of like struggling. That's why he's able to do better now because he has one coordinator and a quarterback coach that can help him. But he had so many different ones at Bama. Then he went to Oklahoma.
Another one. Yep.
Another one. And
that's why Jalen Milroe need to stay. That's why I'm not giving up on Tommy Rees yet. Not giving up on. We can't keep changing coordinators every year. We gotta have some stability, and we have been changing coordinators, and it ain't worked out.
Yes, and at the end of the day, you can have four. It's good to have be a 4 and 5 star, and I'm not taking anything from them guys' stars.
Right.
But it's easy to be a 4 and 5 star depending on the competition that you're playing. So your competition has a lot to do with it. And so everybody, when they get there on draft day, they say why they pick Bama. They say that they want to live up to the standard, but yet you're not willing to stay so you can live up to the standard. The reason why you signed at Bama.
It's a process.
It's processing. And once again, like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, the NIL right now is auctioning these kids. It's like the highest bidder. And that's why Auburn, why y'all blame Hugh Freeze couldn't win his bowl games, was too busy trying to bother our recruits and host our recruits.
That's
and
right.
That he couldn't focus on his game. And so now it's like it's turned into a monkey see, monkey do. Like, okay, I'm gonna go over there. But if you make the little money, and I'm just saying, if you go ahead and make some of the money that you're making at your university, go and get your stock up for draft. You need to be focusing on getting money in the long run instead of short term. And so now these players, they want this money now.
They're milking it. They're trying to milk all the money they can get.
Exactly. And so and it's causing tension. Like, okay, you look at the receivers that's coming next year. They're gonna give this man $1 or $2 million to come now. I'm just saying $1 or $2 million. I'm gonna say $1 million now. And you have a player now that ain't even making nowhere near as that, and the university won't give him that money. And so now I'm mad at the university because the university won't give me no money, but you're gonna get this boy out of high school, and I've been grinding. So that's why they gonna have to, man. They did not think this NIL deal.
Salary cap. I've been saying this all year. Salary cap. Even the NFL got it. You're right. Yeah.
And so right now they're gonna probably have to do salary caps based off of, and now you're gonna have to break down the positions. You're gonna have to really do it like they, and now you want to do it like they got it in NFL. You might have a position salary cap.
Quarterbacks, of course, gonna make the most. Then you got your skill position. Of course, your line. You know what I'm saying? So it's a word see way. I ain't gonna keep beating the dead horse because we talk about the NIL all the time. Unless change actually comes, what we saying ain't gonna matter. But I believe it's gonna be some kind of change. But I would like to see the salary cap. That's my opinion. I would like to see the salary cap, and I would like to see a 2 transfer limit.
Yeah,
that's it. You can't get, man, transfer 3-4 times. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So I would like to see that, man.
Me too. Before I run out of time, I definitely want to talk about this.
What you got?
Like Mr. Unsaid, how can I forget? Florida State.
Hold on. Now, I was leading up to that. Let me give our boys some love before we talk about Florida State. Let me give Kirby Smart some love real quick, though, man. Look at that. Georgia done won 46 of their last 48 games, playing the toughest conference in college football in the SEC. They done won the last 2 bowl games by an average of 59 points.
And guess what?
How they get those 2 losses? Who beat them?
I think Alabama, right?
Ding,
Alabama.
ding.
Alabama.
Yes.
And so, other than Alabama, Georgia is undefeated
in the
playing everybody else but Bama.
Y'all see that? 48 games. So they done won 46. They 46-2, and the 2 losses came from Bama.
Yes, sir.
Kirby Smart, man, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He is the best coach of college football right now.
Right now, he is. Hands down.
Yeah, he right now. Come on, man. That's hard to do, man.
That is hard to do.
I mean, and you got to get, and then that show you Bama. That just show you that, man, we done beat these guys twice, and ain't nobody else done beat them.
And nobody else can beat them.
hey, no mean to toot our own horn, but you know, we stopped Georgia from 3P.
We did.
That's another reason I say that I ain't too mad, because we just stopped them from 3P. And I said that, C-Way. I said, boy, if Georgia beat us in 3P, we'll never hit the end of that.
We ain't gonna never hit it.
Hadn't even 3P'd.
He hasn't. And you heard me say, if he would have 3P'd, we would have had to welcome Corbett into that conversation. You would have had to. And really, he's knocking on the door.
He's knocking on the door, yeah. Because he could easily go next year and win and have 3 out of 4.
Yeah, and guess what?
He could do the Belichick.
Hey, guess what? And he got more years ahead of him than Saban does.
But guess what? When Saban actually finally retire, Kirby gonna come home. I don't want Lane Kiffin. I'm sorry, man. I know y'all love Lane Kiffin. I don't want Lane Kiffin to be our head coach. Give me Kirby Smart back, man. I don't want Lane Kiffin. I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. But that's how I feel. So.
Hey, I'll take Sarkisian over him.
Yeah, yep. And shouts out to Texas, man. They had a hell of a year. That was a hell of a game. I caught bits and pieces of it. But that game came down to the wire too. That game came. Texas game.
And people gonna have to put some respect on Washington. Man. We were saying all year that they was in a week. People saying we were saying that they was in a weaker conference, but man, they made all that competition look weak.
Yeah, they did. We gonna talk about that in a minute and get some game predictions, scope prediction for that. Yep, Kirby or Sark. That's right.
Yeah.
We won't leave Lane Kiffin over there. He done got a raise and got a contract extension. Don't try to stay over there and ease your way back. Nah, we don't want you. Now see where they talk about Florida State real quick though. Y'all see my tweet went viral. My tweet went viral as of today, over 800,000 views on this tweet. This is what I said on Saturday during the Florida State game when they were getting their ass whooped by Georgia. Last year, y'all know Bama didn't make the playoffs. We played K-State in the Sugar Bowl. Bryce, Will Anderson, Gibbs, all them guys played.
They did.
Ain't no excuse for healthy players to be sitting down, especially in a New Year's Six bowl like the Orange Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, Fiesta Bowl. None of them big bowl games. It's no reason for you to be sitting out, especially 29 damn players.
And especially when you get NIL money now, and the university is paying you to play now. So you definitely shouldn't be playing. You definitely should be playing.
But see, that's another thing about that. I don't think that even matters how many games they play. I think they get the money just to come to the damn team.
They need to be playing anyway.
That's a problem.
You need to be playing anyway. Leonard Fournette started it.
Yeah. But it was a lot of guys out there. It was a lot of guys doing that. But see, wait. I got a reaction out of Danny Cannell. You saw Danny Cannell made a whole video talking about me and others who had a problem with Florida State sending guys out. Now, I ain't got a problem with guys sitting out when you playing in the damn Birmingham Bowl or the damn Pop-Tart Bowl. You see what I'm saying? That's a different type of bowl game. You on the national stage. You playing Georgia. You could show everybody.
I have a problem. I have a problem with
it.
I have a problem with it.
You got a problem with what?
I got them playing. I got them sitting out. I got a problem with them sitting out in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
With not 29 players.
No, here's why.
First round.
No, yeah, I get that. Here's why. Whatever school you went to, they giving you a scholarship, right?
Right.
They're investing in you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got fans that's paying good. You know what I'm saying? They paying to come to the game. They are paying to see you. Like, if it is the Pop Top Bowl, I'm gonna say the Pop Top Bowl I'm gonna say Birmingham. Okay, you got fans in Birmingham. They want to see you, but they won't get to see you because you trying to sit out.
Well, it just depends, because if you gonna go first round and you playing in this is a game where your team probably gonna be 7, 5, 6, and 6. But if you undefeated and you say you got robbed out the playoff spot, you need to get your ass out there and show everybody that you really got robbed. But like Stephen A said, what they did, they showed up the committee. They sat out, they boycotted the game. Because ain't no damn way you lose 63-6-3 if your guys go out there and play. Now, I probably would have lost 42-10, but 63-3, hell no.
Exactly. And you talking about some boycotting, but that was your opportunity. That was your opportunity to prove that you were one of the better teams.
Yep.
And then you got a chance to play against the team that got over you just beat.
Exactly. Just imagine they go out there, play, upset Georgia. They got rights, and then we lost. Man, come on.
Now
they can't talk. That's why I don't want to hear nothing about Florida State fan. I'm not responding to no Florida State fan. I ain't got nothing for y'all, because you went out there and you embarrassed the school, you embarrassed the country, you embarrassed college football for that pathetic showing that y'all did.
And you embarrassed all former players that had contributed.
But see, guess what? Some of the former players was like, damn right, I'll sit out. Y'all, just like RG3, Danny Cannell. See, that's what's wrong. Y'all out there telling them guys, man, go sit down. Y'all ain't got to play, man. They screwed y'all. Y'all just go sit down.
Yeah.
That ain't right, man.
No.
And
nobody don't have heart. They use that as a cop out, and that's and that's another problem.
That was the biggest excuse. The excuse was already set in before the game started. They already had their excuse.
And that's how I feel about the guys sitting out in any type of bowl. It's selfish. Like I'm saying, like this. These are the guys that I'm just saying it's a team sport, but these guys also helped you to evolve and to become in the first round. I'm just saying, you earned it, but these guys, but then on top of that, you boycotted and probably destroyed some of these guys who played Friday. You probably that probably destroyed some of them guys' confidence. So now Florida State, they done. You would not see Florida State undefeated like this again.
You know how hard it is to go undefeated? That's what I'm saying. You know how hard that junk is to go undefeated, dog? And for you to get there and then you lay down like that?
They laid it. They didn't just lay down. They laid all the way down.
Man, it's crazy. But and then once again,
and they did not. And then too, at the end of the day, even the coach, he did not have confidence in his players.
Hell no.
He did not have confidence in their players. And guess what? You got embarrassed. That showed you. I don't care what nobody say. You did not just lose by a field goal. If you got lost by at least 10 points, 10 to 14 points, then we can talk. But 63-3, y'all got whooped. And y'all were undefeated. And it was complying. Then you talking about you boycott. Then you talking about you going to sue the committee.
How did that work out? How that worked out for you? I ain't got no, man. That's what I'm saying. Florida State, man. And I had love for Florida State. See, well, we had love for the Florida State, man.
I would never root for Florida State again.
And a lot of people probably feel like that too. A lot of people probably.
I would not root for Florida State again.
That's a shame. That's a shame. But I'm done with them. Done talking about the Rose Bowl. Yeah, talking about all. We done with that. That's why we had to get this on off our chest.
Yeah.
Because we said, before we gonna talk about it tonight. We ain't gonna talk about it no more.
Yep. So Florida State, you and your fans can go cry a river like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's right. Now, you know, we gotta talk some NFL football. You know this. Wait, yes. Hold on. Before we do that, give me a prediction. Who gonna win the game with Michigan and Washington?
Whew. Man.
Monday night championship game.
I'm picking Washington to win.
You picking Washington? I want Washington. I want them to win, but I got my concerns because the running back Dylan Johnson got hurt. He might not be playing. They lost a cornerback, and the way Michigan defense was playing against us. Now, Penix gonna get off. I believe Penix can get off. I do. But Washington has got the 113th ranked defense. They can be had. I believe McCarthy, Blake Corum, and some of them guys can get off. And I'm gonna go Michigan, dog. I want Washington to win, but I'm going Michigan.
Yeah.
And I'm going Michigan probably 34-24.
I'm picking Washington 38-34.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I want them to win, but I think the injuries and I don't know, man. But either way you go, Harbaugh gonna be up out of there next Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, Harbaugh gonna win or lose. Harbaugh on his way. I heard he was on the way to Vegas, probably going to the Raiders. I hate that because I want Antonio Pierce to get that job. They need to let Antonio Pierce coach the Raiders next year because he did a hell of a job taking over.
Yep.
Harbaugh, take your ass to Minnesota Viking, man. Don't go to the Raiders. See, the Raiders always trying to make a big splash, like they tried to get Gruden and McDaniels. Man, lead them, but man, get you you need a dog coaching like Antonio Pierce. Leave them other coaches alone, man.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I'm saying. But Harbaugh, he gonna coach his last game at Michigan on Monday night. I hope he lose, but I think he gonna win. Now, see what we gotta talk some NFL. Your Cowboys, y'all stole one. Let's look at the standard real quick. Cowboys is on top of the NFC East. Don't laugh, it ain't funny. Y'all got a chance to clinch the NFC East in a home playoff game if y'all beat the Commanders on Sunday.
And we play them at home too.
Yeah. All right. Y'all see it up there. Okay. Detroit Lions and clinch.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions right there. They 11-5. NFC South, Tampa, New Orleans.
Hey.
I think if Tampa win, they'll clinch. And then you got the 49ers already locked it up.
Hey, we win. Number
2. 2 seed.
Number 2 seed.
Y'all will be the 2 seed if y'all win. That's right.
Hey, 2 home games.
But guess what? Hold on. Guess what, Seaway? Yeah, 2 home games. And if y'all win, the 49ers probably going to be waiting on y'all.
Oh.
So do y'all want that smoke again? Because you're going to have to go through the 49ers if they win their games. That's what I'm saying.
We want all the smoke.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take a wild guess. You picking the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I won't have it no other way.
Okay. Then we got Seaway. All right, this is the all NFC team. We got Seaway pick. Now, all right, Cowboy. Give me, just in case y'all lose, what's a sleeper team that'll come out the NFC? Because I got one for you.
A sleeper team.
A team that, not the Cowboys, not the 49ers. Because everybody really think the 49ers and the Ravens going to go to the Super Bowl.
Green Bay.
Green Bay? Mm-hmm. You think Green Bay like that?
Man, I watched them. I have watched them play the last 2 weeks. I watched them Sunday.
They look good, don't they?
And I watched them, we watched them in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam Jones is running.
Yeah, he fresh too.
I mean, he's running fresh, and Love is playing good. They're stepping up. I think Green Bay I really believe they are a sleeper team, and they cannot be taken lightly.
Okay.
You
don't like Detroit? You don't like Detroit?
I like Detroit, but golf.
That's what I'm saying.
It depends what golf. It depends what golf. One thing I don't trust golf.
Yep.
I don't trust golf. Cause golf will blow the game, especially when they ain't at home.
Mm-hmm. You right about that. And I ain't worried about the NFC stuff, but I got one for you. Them Los Angeles Rams. And I'm gonna tell you why.
I like it.
They done been there. They got that leadership. They got Aaron Donald on defense leadership, Matthew Stafford, and then that boy Puka Nacua. Yeah. Ooh, and that running back they got, man, listen. Yeah. Man, listen.
Hey, Matt Stafford still the same choking Matt Stafford.
You think, man, he won the Super Bowl though, C-Way?
He did. That was luck. Trent Dipper won one.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. But see, I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on the boys.
Hey, but I will say that he does have that experience, and they got two good receivers that that Cooper Kupp and I can say Puka. Yeah, yes. They are a sleeper though on the series.
Okay. Let's go to the AFC real quick. All right, so in the East, you got the game. This is the big game. Dolphins and the Bills. Whoever win that game gonna win the East. The Ravens done locked up home field and all that. Look at the Browns, C-Way.
I see that.
That right there, that's the team. That's the team. That's my sleeper on the AFC side.
That is my sleeper. Because that Flacco, that defense, and the running game, and Cooper, and for some reason, him and Cooper look like a good 1-2 punch.
Man, Mark Cooper got some chemistry with Flacco, don't he?
He does.
And with in Joe Cooper, the tight end. Boy, that boy look like Shannon Sharp the other day, man.
Man, he looking good out there.
Ooh, and what we were talking about, Jerome Ford running that ball, and Kareem Hunt. Hey, man, them boys look good. Then Myles Garrett on defense.
Yeah.
That right there. If they go to Baltimore and play the Ravens, they can beat them because they beat the Ravens early in the season.
They did.
So and I ain't worried about the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs gonna get knocked off. I want Houston to win the South, man. You see, it's 3 teams with the same record in the South.
I definitely want Houston to win the South.
Houston and the Colts play each other. I think they play on Saturday night. I believe I'm gonna pull it up in a minute. And whoever win that game is gonna make the playoffs. So, yeah, man, everything looking real good. Matter of fact, he go to games right here. C-Way. He go to games.
Oh,
so
you
Saturday you got the Ravens and Ravens gonna sit out. I believe Lamar them gonna sit out because they don't need to play. They really don't. And then
and while you talk about the Steelers, shout out to Mike Tomlin. He's still 17 years strong and has not had losing seasons.
Put him in the Hall of Fame right now. Put Michael Tomlin in the Hall of Fame right now. The man been to the Steelers. Shout out to the Steelers organization because when they get a coach,
they keep him.
And they loyal to their coaches.
Yep.
Black, white, it don't matter.
It don't matter. I tell you what. They fire him.
They ain't gonna fire him.
I know. I'm just saying they get rid of him. I'll get rid of McCarthy in a minute for him.
You always want somebody to come to the Cowboys.
but shouts out to him though, man.
Yeah, shouts out to him. I don't think they can make the playoffs, but I mean, he's got a winning season, and he overachieved because I mean, your quarterback play been abysmal. You got guys in and out the lineup. Your defense has underachieved this year, but
and injuries.
Oh yeah. But I mean, he's done a great job. They got that by coaching alone. The key coached them guys up to. I mean, maybe they didn't make the expectations. Like he got some guys on that team, like George Pickens and Deontay Johnson and guys like that. Still got Najee Harris, but I expect the Steelers to be back next year and make the playoffs. They just need a few adjustments and a few good draft picks.
Yeah.
So we both picking Houston to win that game against the Colts Saturday night. Okay. Let's see. Any of these games interesting? Now I see the last.
I got one.
You got one? What you see?
The Saints and the Falcons for the NFC South.
See, okay. So what my understanding is, if the Buccaneers beat the Panthers, they gonna win the South because they got the tiebreaker.
Gotcha.
So the Buccaneers go there and beat the Panthers. We wish the Panthers are, I don't expect the Panthers to win. So I expect Tampa to win. Saints and the Falcons, man, they still gonna have to play for some because I believe that one of them could possibly sneak in the playoffs. But I see a game. I'm trying to
Miami and Buffalo.
Yeah, you see,
I think that's gonna be the biggest because
both of these teams probably gonna make the playoffs. But the reason this is a big game is because whoever wins will get a home playoff game and win that division.
Yep.
And you don't want to go to Buffalo in January.
I'm glad
in
we
the playoffs. You don't want to go to Buffalo. And the way Buffalo been playing lately, since
they
they
have
whooped y'all, they running the ball. And they changed coordinators. They changed offensive coordinators. And you see the difference. They are running the football more effectively. And for some reason, it's working. And they playing at just the right time, situation. They could sneak their ass to the Super Bowl.
Yep. They easy.
And the Dolphins are on the downswing. I hate it, man, because Tyreek banged up, Jalen Waller hurt. Tua's shoulder messed up, and then the defense. I don't know, man. The defense got destroyed. Lamar did his thing last week. I don't see the Dolphins winning that game.
I don't see the Dolphins winning either. I'm picking Buffalo to win that one.
And the Dolphins gonna have to go on the road on the playoffs. But we're gonna have some exciting playoffs next week. We're gonna get on here the playoff preview because this is the last week of the season. So next week we'll have a lot to talk about with the playoffs. We'll have the schedule and all that going on. Now let's put this on. Let me give these guys some love. Look at the top 5 receivers. Look at CD Lamb on there.
Better yet,
I know you proud. I know you proud of CD. See, hey, so Tyreek not gonna get his 2,000 yards. I'm sad about that, man.
Injuries.
Yeah, man. He was on pace. But it's been rough the past 3 weeks.
And you remember I was saying calling CD drops and saying that he was not number one, but he has really suppressed and showed that he is that dude.
Yeah. And Jerry gonna have to open up that checkbook and pay that man for sure.
He is.
AJ Brown, he started off strong. He kind of tailed off a little bit. There go Puka Nacua right there. It is a rookie. He got to be offensive rookie of the year. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. Come on, he done broke. That's probably a rookie record right there.
I think it is.
Then St. Brown, he's underrated. St. Brown is a top 10 receiver.
Yep. Hey, look, Puka Nacua look like he on a Head and Shoulders commercial.
He kind of look like Palomalu right there, though.
He do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, then let's go to the quarterbacks. You got Tua gonna lead the league in passing, which I expected.
Hey, you see Dakota, don't?
I see Dakota. Yeah.
He had a better season.
You got a top 5 receiver. You got a top 5 quarterback.
Hey,
I mean, that's a recipe. That's a recipe for a winning. That's a winning recipe right there.
Yep, and his numbers is better than Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. And for some reason, see, Mahomes always up there is because of he passes the ball a lot. And that's the reason Mahomes up there. But see, Dak is doing his thing. I got to give Dak all the props. The turnovers are down. The touchdowns are up. The yards are up. And the wins are up. See, y'all winning too. So, I mean, I'm going to give Dak his props, man. He going to get him a big contract. Brock Purdy deserves some props, even though he threw them 4 interceptions. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. And Jared Goff. So,
yep. And shouts out to Tua.
Yeah, man. Tua
letting
all them naysayers know too. He letting them know. Tua liking on them boys. And I got one more, the running backs. Look at McCaffrey. Man, please. That's rushing. He probably got another 700-800 yard receiving.
Yep. Hey, and shouts out for Derrick Henry. 1,000-yard season
on a down, yeah.
On a down. This is his worst season since his rookie season.
I believe so. And see, when I saw that, I was surprised. Like, damn, Derrick Henry got 1,000 yards because he hadn't had a lot of big games this year. He probably had like 2 or 3 games where he went like 100, 150.
And that's with them stacking the box.
Consistency. Because he probably averaging about 70, 75 yards a game.
Yep.
See, they can get you them 1,000 yards easy. Swift, same way. Swift had a couple big games, but he had a lot of games where he didn't have about 60 or 50 yards too.
Yep.
And James Cookman came along, and look at that boy, Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams is
come out of nowhere. He didn't start playing until about week 8.
Yep.
He got most of them numbers halfway through the season. So shout out to that young man. But Christian McCaffrey is, in my opinion, the offensive player of the year because of the rushing and the receiving. And he he will probably be in the MVP conversation, but I think, Lamar locked that up.
Yeah.
I don't know. He probably will be number 2.
Yeah.
And then maybe Tua or Tyreek or that, yeah. But Lamar should be unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lamar should be unanimous. I know he won it before unanimous, but the way he played Sunday, he sold that thing up. He sold that thing up like a hymn.
Oh yeah, definitely off top.
Mm-hmm. So shout out to that boy Lamar Jackson, man. Shoot, I think that's it. C-Way, I believe that's it. So next week we gonna talk NFL. We gonna also talk portal because the transfer portal closed
Saturday.
On the 6th. What is the 6th? Saturday, right?
Saturday, yeah, Saturday.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let me matter of fact, while we on here, yep, the portal closed on Saturday. The early entry deadline to enter the draft is January 15th. So you need to declare by the 15th. The late signing day for the 2024, February 7th. So February 7th, all them guys who didn't sign in December, they're going to have to sign on the 7th. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, let's say spring practice start approximately around March 18th. And then the portal open back up May 1st through the 15th. So I'm just looking at some of the dates. So C-Way, we got this the first week of January. We probably got about 5-6 more shows because we're going to go into the Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl, we're going to do the season finale. Then we're going to jump back on here for A-Day, of course.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're going to jump back on here for A-Day, do some specials. And then we're going to take a little break. We're going to jump back on here during the summer, do some little thing, and build this thing back up to next season.
All right.
Yeah, but in the meantime, we still got NFL playoff coming on. I ain't talking no NBA because I'm disappointed in my Lakers right now. So I ain't gonna talk no NBA right now. But I got some news coming up probably the next couple weeks, man. I got a big opportunity that came. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. Probably if not next week, the week after. See where you already know about it. And y'all just keep following, man. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Follow us on the social media platform on Twitter, X. Y'all see it right there. DJ C-Way 1. Y'all know how to find me. And if you ain't subscribed to the YouTube channel, what is wrong with you?
You're wrong.
What is wrong with you? Shout out to all that. See what we back next week, baby?
Yes, sir.
We back next week. Shout out to our boy JT. Shout out to everybody out there, man. And we gonna get this thing on the road. We still linking though.
You still linking.
We still linking. Let all y'all know. Hey man, and shout out to Cat Williams, man. Cat Williams went off today.
He did went off.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna finish watching Cat Williams, man. That man is a fool. But yeah, man, y'all stay up with us, man, on social media. I appreciate all y'all for watching the show. Shouts out to all the players at BAMA who played for us this year. And y'all be nice. Stop doing death threats. Stop doing all that.
You ain't gotta do all that.
Y'all chill out. Y'all just chill out.
You ain't gotta do all that.
No, it don't take. It ain't that serious, man. It ain't that serious. So at the end of the day, man, we still roll tide, and it ain't gonna stop, baby. It ain't gonna stop.
It ain't.
All right, y'all. For C-Way, JB, we'll see y'all next week. Sport Talk with JB.
We out.
We out, baby.